Throughout my life, I've struggled with what I wanted to do with it and how to obtain my dreams. However, a person in my life has been there to support me and has noticed my potential. 30 years ago, someone very important in my life was suddenly a victim in a horrible car accident. He was only given a 50% chance to live if he didn't develop allergies to medicines and if he didn't contract pneumonia or staph infection. Ironically, all of these things occurred. With the help of physicians and nurses, friends and family members, positive thoughts and prayers, he was able to walk out of the hospital 6 weeks later. The doctors had told him during his discharge interview that he wouldn't have survived if he had been a smoker. His healthy lung tissue is what had saved him. This special person believes that perhaps he was given a second chance at life so he can use himself as a testimony for how not smoking had saved his life. Even though he used this awful experience to teach others about harms of smoking and volunteered for the American Lung Association for 6 years, I believe he was spared his life for even bigger reasons. I believe that he was given another chance in life so he'd be able to meet his grandchildren. I believe he is still around now, not only to enjoy us, but to be around as long as he could to maintain and establish his family. This very special person is my grandpa, Doyle Stanley Geiser. My grandpa, now 84, has lived a long, happy, fulfilling, and successful life. As a child, he spent long hours on the farm contributing to his family in Orville, Ohio. In his teen years, he played football in high school, then served in the Navy. Later, my grandpa studied 2 different universities where he studied journalism, sociology, business, and Spanish. He had special interests in agricultural economics. His intent was to soak up as much information as possible. He has always set high standards for himself and has had a great desire to learn more. Because of his go-getter personality, he experienced many job opportunities and performed them well. His main career success was his marketing ability at Eli Lilly. He was a great asset to the team. My grandpa has always believed in hard work. His hard work paid off. He was able to support his family financially, enjoy many international trips with my grandma, Rusty Geiser. After retiring, my grandpa still wanted to do more. He volunteered in numerous organizations over the years. I admire my grandpa. Despite all the achievements my grandpa has made, the real reason why he is important is because of how important family is to him. I remember growing up and my grandpa telling me stories about his life. I remember him investing his time to give me advice and to build me up. He also informed me on the harms of smoking. Sometimes I may not have looked like I was listening, but I was, and I do remember what he has taught me over the years. I know he built me up and saw potential in all of his grandchildren, so we can one day use that to succeed. My grandpa does expect a lot out of us because he cares about our well-being. Not only did he invest his time, but he also started funds way back so his grandchildren would have the opportunity to further their education. I know that we, the grandchildren, have not followed these expectations yet, but I want to honor my grandpa for believing in us. After reading his life story my first 75 years, I now have a new profound respect for him, and I am now inspired. Regardless of my grandpa's fulfilling life, he stated in the conclusion of his life story that volunteering helps him satisfy the need to achieve. The greatest thing that stuck out was that he still longs for that one big project. Little does he know that maybe he has been working on that big project his whole life, setting the foundation for his family. If my grandpa had not been given a second chance at life, who knows what our family would be like today.